Welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer, and today's workout is for Thursday, November 8th. It is a level 4 workout for this week. We have been focusing on our lateral and rotational movements, functional components of life that often get lost in the shuffle because we do most of our moving forward and backwards. Really forwards, don't even do that much backwards work. But go ahead and stand up for me if you're not standing already. Let's do a couple of warm-up moves. We're going to start with the windmill, so stand up straight, get your shoulders back, lift your chest with your breath, tuck in your tailbone a little bit, engage your abs and plant your feet double shoulder width apart. Now reach up over your head with your hands, clasp your hands together and rotate the body down to the right. Move with control, move slowly, and graze the floor with your fingertips, then lift back up to the left. And once again, down to the right. Feel that great stretch down the lower part of your back. Up to the left and switch directions. Down to the left now. And around and up to the right. One more time down to the right. Down to the left rather, sorry. And up to the right. Good. Okay, now it's time to walk or jog in place. You get your choice. Go ahead and get moving. Make sure that you are engaging your abs. Make sure you're swinging your arms forward and back. If you're jogging, kick those heels back. Really activate the hamstrings. Get those legs moving. We're trying to increase your blood flow. Get your heart rate up a little bit. Get your breath into some rhythm. You've got 5 more seconds. All right, so now here's what we're going to be doing. Like every other workout, we're going to do 2 sets of the 6 moves. The first 2 moves we're combining from this week for today, meaning we're going to do all of the work on your moving with your right leg first. Your left leg is going to be stable. Your right leg's going to be moving. I want you to do the right curtsy lunge. Okay, so your left leg is stable. Take a big step out with your left leg. Sorry, your left leg is stable. Your right leg, sorry about that, forward and to the left. Curtsy. Bend both knees, then go back to center, then take that same leg, the right leg now extends out to the side, bending the left knee, sticking the butt out, making sure that the knee doesn't go past the tip of the toe, and back to center, back to curtsy, back to center, and then that lateral lunge out, same leg. We're just working with the right leg right now. Okay, the left leg is doing a lot of work because the left leg is stable and it needs to be, you need to focus on connecting on all 4 corners of the left foot, really making that left leg your tree trunk. It's bending on the lateral lunge, obviously, but you really want to make sure that it is stable. All right, so you've got a few more seconds. Finish up the lateral lunge on this leg, and now 30 seconds. Stabilized on the right leg, moving the left leg. So first you're going to take that big step forward with the left leg, forward and to the right. Then step out to the side, keep both feet straight, perfectly straight in both movements here. Bending the right knee, sticking the butt out a little bit, and make sure your knee doesn't go past the tip of your toe. Back to center and alternate. Lunge, curtsy lunge, lateral lunge. Curtsy lunge, and lateral lunge. You've got time for 1 more. Finish it up. That last lateral lunge, back to center, and then down to the floor. We're doing side plank, and we're going to do a crunch with the side plank today. So you're on your right side, your right forearm is on the floor, elbow and shoulder in line vertically. Now stack your feet, lift your hips up so that you're in a plank. Stretch your left arm up towards your ceiling. Now, exhale. Bring the left elbow to the left knee above your body. Then return to start. Squeeze and crunch. Return to start. Squeeze and crunch. And 1 more. Really squeeze and turn to the other side. You're going to be on your left side now. And stack your feet. Lift your hips up. Now you're going to take that right arm, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling, and exhale, squeeze, bring the elbow to the knee above the body. 15 seconds. You're doing great. This is a pretty difficult workout, not quite as hard as tomorrow is going to be, but if you did the Wednesday level 3 workout, you are obviously, or you've done the workout with me all week, hopefully, you are seeing this progression from the easier sort of energy boost level to the real work here today. Okay, now you're on your hands with your body facing up. You're doing the tabletop position. You're going to do a folding tabletop today. So plant your feet on the floor, hip width apart or shoulder width apart, toes and heels in line, and press both the toes and the heels into the floor. Your hands are underneath your shoulders on the floor. Splay your hands, your fingers, so that you have good distribution of weight between the inside and the outside of your hands. Lift your hips up. Now take a deep breath in. As you inhale, lower your butt down, rotate it underneath your shoulders, like so that you're sitting completely upright. Your legs are almost completely straight. Then exhale and push your body back up into tabletop position, where your hips are flat, up in the air. And again, back down, and then lift up. This is a hard move. It's one of the 5 Tibetan rites, which is these are 5 moves performed 21 times daily by spiritual monks in Tibet, and has been done for thousands of years. Very important move, and I will explain perhaps why a little bit later, but just keep it going. You've got a few more seconds. I love this move. Really, really good for your range of motion, your stability, works your core, works your butt, especially when you press those toes into the floor. Okay, now lay down on the floor with your head on the floor, and your hands down by your sides. Knees are bent, your feet are on the floor. And what I want you to do, you're gonna sort of crunch up and laterally squeeze to the right, so that your right fingertips can tap the right heel. Then all the way back to start, where your head touches the floor. Then crunch up and over to the left, so that the left fingers touch the left heel. And keep that going. Just alternate right and then to left. This is just for 30 seconds. We're working those obliques again. We're still working the side part of the body. And you have 5 seconds. Excellent. Last move, working those lower abs like we've been doing all week long. I call it a scissor kick. So lift your feet up in the air, your legs are straight, and then pretend that your legs are scissors. So you're going to bring them together and extend them out. Bring them together. They can sort of overlap one another, in fact. Alternate the right leg over the left leg, then the left leg over the right leg, but just keep your legs in the air for another 12 seconds. Breathe. You're going to feel this. Feels very tight in that lower part of your abs, between your belly button and your bathing suit bottom line area. All right, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Stand up for me. If you are a girl and you're wearing a bikini, I just realized I totally nuanced the female audience here. I did not mean to do so. If you are a guy, you probably aren't wearing a bikini, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So let's stand up. We're going to do that double lunge again. Stable on the left leg, moving with the right leg. So start with the forward curtsy, then the lunge out to the side, the lateral lunge with the right leg, and just alternate. Make sure with the curtsy, you keep your feet straight, you keep your back straight, you keep your hands on your hips at all times, and you are bending both knees. As you go into the lateral lunge, make sure that you keep your feet straight. Bend the knee that's in the center, so in this case the left leg. Make sure that the left knee does not go past the tip of the left toes. So you got to stick your butt out as you lean down, as you squat down. You've got 3 seconds. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Stable on the right side. Now you're moving with the left leg. So extend the foot out, forward, and to the right. That's the left leg that's moving. And you're going to do your curtsy. And then extend the left leg all the way out to the side. And bend the right knee. Excellent. This is so great. The curtsy lunge and then the lateral lunge, working like the abductors and the adductors all in the same move. And it's only, it's sustainable because it's only 30 seconds. But over time, if you were to do 2 or 3 sets of this, you would probably feel it the next day. It's pretty intense with all that body weight supporting those little muscles on the side of your legs. All right, now let's do the side plank again. So get yourself down on the floor. You're on your right side. You're going to do that side plank crunch. So extend the left arm, or hand rather, up to the ceiling and do a crunch for 15 seconds. Just passing the 10-minute mark here. Keep things going. We're going to rush through these last, well, most of them are core moves. The folding tabletop, obviously, it works your arms as well and your back, but we are finishing up. Okay, turn over to the left side. Extend the right hand up to the ceiling and pull down and squeeze as you bring your elbow to your knee. Doing that crunch. Squeeze and stretch. Squeeze and stretch. Keep it going. 5 more seconds. Very good. Okay, now turn your body so that your torso, your chest faces the ceiling. You're going to get into the tabletop. We're going to do the folding tabletop position again. So press your toes into the floor. Make sure your toes and heels are in line. You don't want your toes to turn out. Now rotate the butt down and up underneath your shoulders so that your legs straighten. And then push back up into tabletop. You're only going to do 4 or 5 of these in 30 seconds, which is fine. Just make sure as you're pressing up into the tabletop that you convert that weight to the toes a little bit, because obviously as you lower your butt down and up and underneath your shoulders, straightening your legs, your toes have to come off the floor. It's biomechanically pretty much impossible for you to keep your toes on the floor then. But when you go back to tabletop, you really want to make sure your toes press into the floor in order to keep the activation of those back muscles, the back leg muscles. All right, and that calls it quits on that move. Let's get you down onto your back for heel taps again. So this is the one where you're extending around to the side, crunch up and around to the right. Squeeze those right abs, touch the right heel with the right fingertips. Then do the same thing on the left and alternate. Call these heel taps. Keep it going. You are hanging in there for another minute with me, and then you'll be on your way to your Thursday. We had bad weather again in New York City today. I don't know if you know this, but we have had a rough go of it with Mother Nature in the last few weeks. Last week, I myself went out to the area of New York City known as the Rockaways and did some volunteering, took a lot of donated coats and blankets and clothes and things to the people that have lost basically they've lost everything. I couldn't believe it. I was in a war zone. It was incredible. And here it is snowing today. So I'm broadcasting to you from a warm and cozy place in my apartment in New York City in Harlem, northern Manhattan, Harlem. But there are a lot of unfortunate people out there tonight. Okay, last move. This is the scissor kick. So your legs are extended, lift them up off the floor, and crisscross them into that sort of scissor motion for 30 last seconds, and you will be done. Squeeze those lower abs and your hips. Make sure they're doing the work. You really want to focus all of that energy. And just really start sort of practicing this habit, the focus on muscle groups as you perform different moves. It becomes more clear. For the beginner, it's very difficult to sort of imagine and focus on squeezing a particular muscle that doesn't necessarily move as you squeeze it. Those isometric contractions are somewhat difficult, but when you focus after time, you get a better sense of how that works and how that can affect your output. All good stuff. All right, so you are done. Congratulations, it's ready. You're ready for Thursday. You're one step away from Friday, which is our weekend workout tomorrow. Join me for that. I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer in New York City with InShape Fitness, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening. If you have any questions, please visit our website, inshape-fitness.com, or visit us on Facebook or Twitter. Send me a smoke signal, whatever you need to do. Just get in touch. I'm happy to help you out if you have any questions. See you tomorrow.